Does your game need to be optimized? Well, you're thinking, well, sure, if it'll help. But, well, guess what? It will help. This is pretty cool. Intel Graphics Performance Analyzers, also known as GPA, they're a powerful, agile tool suite which will help to utilize the full performance potential of Intel integrated graphics-based systems. Whew. There's a lot of high-tech stuff in here, but what's neat is seeing this GPA in action. Our next guest is the Senior Marketing Manager with Intel Graphics Performance Analyzer, Aaron Davies. Aaron, welcome into Tomorrow. How you doing?
My pleasure. Great to be here. GDC is always a fun time. So
you have had, I think, the single biggest gathering around your kiosk area in the Intel exhibit here at GDC, where people are saying, how do they do that? That's amazing. Tell me, first of all, about the graphics performance analyzers and why, as a game player, do we care?
Well, you know, it's performance, I think, leads directly to game sales and word of mouth, right? So if you've got positive game performance, you can talk to your friends about it. As a company, as a developer, you're going to see your game reach more audience, more market share. So, and Intel integrated graphics is virtually everywhere, right? We've got integrated graphics in desktop systems. We've got integrated graphics in laptops, and market research shows that over the next few years, integrated graphics, especially on mobile, is going to continue to skyrocket. So really, this is a tool about trying to help developers align their product with where the market's going to be, not just now, but where it's going in the future.
And you can take, for example, just one frame of a game, as your folks were demoing and have been all week in your booth, and then say, now look at what may be good or maybe not so good in this one frame and how the game could be better. I mean, you really get down to the nitty-gritty and what are they called, draw cells? I mean, each individual aspect of the thing.
Yeah, that's right. Each individual draw call is visualized on a time frame of the individual frame that you capture. So as a real-world example, we engaged through a beta program with some companies, Gas Powered Games, who is launching Demigod here shortly, and Terminal Reality with Ghostbusters, and Sega doing Empire Total War. And for example, with the Gas Powered Games guys, we were able to go in and let them use the tool, and within literally 10 minutes, they had identified that there was a shadow clear, which is, they're trying to clear the frame buffer. And they realized that that shadow clear was taking up about 10 to 15% of the processing time, and it wasn't supposed to be there.
Wow.
And the thing that's interesting about that is that there's no way to visualize that without using tools like GPA, right? I mean, it would have been a sheer dumb luck to have found that were it not for a tool that helps you see those kind of problems.
So in that sense, they're able to pull the draw call,
Yep, that's right.
and say there's an error and fix it right away, and then before there's any other issues there, and do the same thing with every frame or every issue or any area where they're thinking, okay, we're dragging a little bit here and maybe the processing can be a lot better. You're making that happen.
Absolutely. Well, I'm not making it happen.
Well,
that's the great thing, is they're making it happen. True. And the tool is just a means to an end, right? And we're not trying to go in and tell people how to develop their code. We want to help them to see how they can take potential of the hardware. And the great success story in that scenario was that their game went from running at about 8 to 10 frames per second, which really isn't playable on a mobile platform.
Yeah.
And so we went from, somewhere around 8 to 10 to close to 30 frames per second. And so,
it's like
what that
almost
means
full
is,
motion video then,
well,
compared to choppiness.
It goes from non-playable to playable.
Yeah.
And as a result, they potentially will tap into millions more users of Intel integrated graphics chipsets.
That's very cool. So what kind of hardware does it support then, your GPA?
So GPA was designed specifically for integrated graphics, Intel integrated graphics, the G45 chipset. However, it's a DX9 tool, right? So while we do expose unique counters and there's a lot of Intel goodness there, you can effectively use the tool, although we don't support it. You can use the tool on an ATI part, an NVIDIA part. So really we're trying to provide a tool to developers that they can use across the board, and we know that as they do so, we're going to reap the benefits of the performance improvements that they make.
And what's cool is that not that there's a lot of other hardware out there or other processors out there, and if there are, few and far between maybe, but the fact is you're allowing the GPA to play nicely with everything.
Absolutely.
So to really help the game developers do a better job and as you said, make their game even more attractive to a wider audience.
Absolutely. We're very self-deprecating, and we just want to do what's right for game developers. We know that the hardware has value value there. And so, as long as we can demonstrate to developers, look at the potential here, we know that they'll make the right choices in the long run, and the software tools are going to be there to make that happen.
Well, Aaron, what do you have planned for the future as we head into tomorrow, especially with gaming and the Intel GPA? There's got to be other things that you're looking ahead at and saying, now this is going to be cool when we can do the following.
Yeah, absolutely. For right now, there's an immense opportunity for developers to tap into mobile gaming and integrated chipsets, but just as exciting as what we've got going now are some of the things that we've got planned for the future. Without talking about specifics, we're definitely going to be supporting our future architectures with these tools, and so people can infer where we're going with that. And the bottom line is, our software tools, we aim to make them the best in the industry, and that's a parallel to our hardware.
Well, more info about what Aaron and his team are up to, and they're up to pretty cool things. You want to check them out. Intel.com/software/GPA for graphics performance analyzers. Or grade point average. Ooh, could it be a little something of each? Do check it out. And, of course, we'll link you to Aaron's site, and you'll see what his team is up to as well when you visit our site at intotomorrow.com and graveline.com. Aaron, thanks for spending a couple of minutes with us here at GDC. We got to stay in touch because you're doing really fun things that make a huge difference.
My pleasure. Let's hook up and do some online gaming on a mobile platform.
Ooh, we'll do it. He'll beat me, no doubt, but we'll do it. Back as Into Tomorrow continues from GDC San Francisco, I'm Dave Graveline. This, the Advanced Media Network.